What is going on, everybody? My name is John. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today we are going to be installing the remaining fueling stuff on my Mk7.5 GLI here with the new turbo setup. Right now we're on a base map that is for the stock fueling, but we got a high pressure fuel pump and a low pressure fuel pump that we got to install. So let's get into it. Now I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is like my third attempt at doing the high pressure fuel pump. We're gonna get it done today. I've been having trouble with the hard line, which I'll show you guys in just a second. Yeah, before we do that, I'm gonna wait for a second set of hands. So we're gonna get started on the low pressure fuel pump first and try to knock that out as best as we can while we wait. So let me show you what we got. So in this bubble wrap, we have the EQT brushless standard low pressure fuel pump that we're going to be using for our setup, and we do have a couple of other things in this box like the new harness, the extra seal, the controller, and all that stuff. It's pretty much plug and play. One can only hope, right? Nothing really seems to go the way it plans with this car, so we're just gonna have to hope for the best. But as you can see, I did already remove my rear seats, and if you guys don't know how to do that, it's so easy. Promise you cannot mess it up. Literally all you're gonna have to do is pull up on your seats, and then once they're loose all the way around, like you literally just pull up. There's gonna be those little like plastic tabs that are here, on that side, and in the corner over there. Just push down on them like really hard and it'll pop out. Push back on the seats a little bit and lift straight up. The only reason I say you gotta push back is because there's a little like clip underneath here that's metal, and that'll kind of just get caught. In my experience, got caught on something, I think like right here. Yeah, it's not difficult, but that's all you got to do to get access to this area, which the fuel pump sits inside of here. Now, before we get into the installs, I do want to make sure that everyone knows that I did pull the fuel fuse first, which is the back left corner in the fuse box, and it's a 15 amp, hard to miss. You'll get it. Take that out. Let the car die, so it depressurizes the fuel system, and that way we're not having to deal with a large mess of fuel. All right, so putting you guys over there on the driver's side behind the seat. This is gonna be kind of hard to film, but essentially, you know, after you pop out this little rubber grommet, you just kind of pull up on this. You're gonna have to push back and just kind of lift up. There's like clips holding this in place, so that's why pushing back kind of helps. Oh, I hope that didn't break any clips. All right, so there's a electrical connector in here. There's this connector here, and there's this fuel line right here. Mine is not rusty or anything. The car's still pretty new, but it is very, very dirty, as you can see like that. So what we're gonna do is just try to clean this up real quick. I got a little corded hand vacuum that we can plug into the cigarette lighter and just try to generally clean it up a little bit. So let's do that first. All right, so we got a couple of rags, a long screwdriver, a pick, and a mallet, and hopefully this is all we will need. So first things first, we gotta pop off this sensor, just pull up on the red clip. There we go. So what I did there was I just kind of like pushed down on the clip while pulling up on the red, and it seemed to pop right off. All right, now that that is popped off, we need to get out this module on here. And I already know this is gonna be like literally impossible to record, but probably like right there. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Gary Simulator. I'll take this one. Yeah. You can throw that other one away. Is there a special trick to these? I think it's the filter, the connector. Squeeze the clips on the side. Oh, you don't have an actual gas cap, do you? Just dumping gas. Well, never mind. That's good. Here we go. Oh, I saw somebody hating, saying your car wasn't German in the YouTube comments. That should... How'd that make you feel?
Similar to the dude that said,
Is that what I'm after? I think so. Yeah. I'm trying to push up on this tab up here. If I can even get to it. Try to pull this just like that. And that slides right out. And then we'll take our pick, if we need it. We'll push in on this. And then push that tab down and pull it out. There we go. Alright, we'll take this out carefully because it's going to have gas all over it, obviously. Just gotta... Oh, the float's stuck. It was coming out and then there you go. Just gonna let this drain out. I love that he's got a full tank of gas when he's doing this. It smells great in here, by the way. Jeez, how much is in here? Oh, I gotta get out of this car. Oh God. Oh. Oh. Excuse me.
So we have our new pump here, and this one looks to have an extra connection on the top, and I believe this is for the new controller. Okay, so we got a new seal in here, and now we have our new controller. It looks like they give us a bigger fuse, which is a 20 amp, so I assume we're just gonna have to swap the 15 amp fuse. And then here it looks like new wiring as well that's going to plug into the controller. I don't think we can mess this up. I just don't know exactly where the ground goes as of right now. Okay, so once you hear that click, it is in. Should be able to just literally drop this back in into the car.
I wish I'll take it from here. Okay, I'm talking to the camera, dude. Okay, so we're going to connect this back to here, and it pops in just like that. Make sure it's locked in, and then we'll just kind of put the float in first, and then just kind of slide it in there however you can.
So we just switched the pump in. It was a headache, long story short. We actually ended up having to put the seal around the border prior to putting the pump in, and that was pretty much the hardest part. Because then it kind of seemed like it wanted to go into place a lot easier. So, yeah. All right, boys, it's gonna be a little bit hard to see, but the first thing we got is this harness right here. And I believe they said in their install video that this goes to the level sensor. So we're just gonna basically plug that in right there. We're gonna have to feed the harness through here as well. All right, so we need to put these wires through. I'm doing the bigger one first. Just like that, kind of pop her in. You can pop in the next one. And then here is the rest of our harness. All right, now we're just gonna make a little cut. As you can see right here, we just made like a relief cut up here in the lid, so that we could run our ground back out and run our module controller cable as well. Sorry guys, my camera just died, so I had to switch to the good old GoPro now. This is on the factory harness right here. This is what was plugged into the factory fuel pump control module. You're gonna wanna take that and you're gonna wanna plug it into this guy right here. It can only go in one way. Now this one here is the fuel pump power. Just kind of let that plug in, set that to the side, and we're just gonna have to now we have to next run this ground out of the pump cover to this spot right here. However, I guess on the 22 GLI and maybe like the 23 and stuff also, this is actually not a like pre-made ground, so you have to pretty much use your own nut, and I'm gonna use a wire brush to just kind of strip off some of this paint. All right, I have a really awkward camera setup at this moment, but take this ground, set it on there get my nut. That is now on. Man, this sucks. So this is just a clip that's like that. It's gonna loosen. You're gonna be able to plug it in. We'll do that in just a second. I threw the pump controller in the trunk. I was told this gets very hot, so it does melt stuff, like your seats, for example. So we are gonna keep it back here under the false trunk. Apparently that's best, but for right now, I'm just gonna leave it with my trunk kind of like this, leave it open. I'm not too worried about it. So yeah. We have a new fuse provided from EQT, and this is literally just gonna replace our 15 amp fuse that we had. First thing we need to do is, ow, that hurt a little bit, disconnect this high pressure fuel pump sensor. So we're just gonna kind of finagle this under the intake here. This is really difficult to do with one hand, but it should be easier with two. All right, let's tuck that out the way. Now you're gonna take a second and wait, because they don't love you like I love you, just wait. So now grab yourself some little vice grips like this. Pull this clamp right here, just kind of walk it back, put a little bit of tension on it and just, you know, pulled it and wiggled it and walked it off. I believe you are supposed to actually replace these clips. I do have another set of clips that I purchased beforehand to be able to replace this. You're gonna wanna grab your 17mm wrench, and if you have a big intake like I do, this part kind of sucks. All right, there we go. Make sure you guys are doing this in a clean environment. So as you can see right there, we loosened that little metal nut, got this line off, and now we can basically remove these two T10s, but these are under tension because I believe there's a spring inside of here. So you're gonna wanna basically loosen until they're out. You know, make sure you're not just moving one, doing the other one, because then it's gonna be uneven and you don't want that. Keep in mind, guys, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a dude on YouTube that's trying to entertain y'all and learn how to work on his own cars. So if I can do this, again, you can do it too. So now we're gonna take our 10mm triple square. I use a little extension, it makes it a little bit easier. We remove both of those bolts now. This part where it gets a little bit tricky, we basically have to pop this hard line on the bottom out of the housing for the high pressure fuel pump. Anyways, before we go any further, let's talk about the stuff that we will need past this point. Now you're gonna want a vise and you're gonna wanna get some rags. I would put, you know, a rag under it, just around the vise, that way you're not gonna damage the pump or anything, and you're also gonna want one underneath it because you don't wanna spill fuel everywhere pretty much. Here is our instructions. We don't need that. We do have this tool that you will need. I believe this is a 27mm socket that I have on my impact here. And this will basically be able to fit in there, and we're gonna use that to actually pull the internal part out of the pump, which is, this is the thing that we're gonna be replacing. So we're gonna need that. It's also gonna come with some hardware, you know, for the bearing that actually holds it in place. And on that note, I did get a bearing splitter kit on Amazon. So that's kind of what you're gonna see right here. It's just gonna make life easier. Figured I'd spend 20 bucks and get it if it's gonna save me a lot of headache and a lot of time. Probably recommend you guys do the same. So let's get back to the car and let's try to pull this damn pump housing off. Oh, help has arrived. Basically this hard line underneath. You have to like twist it and like push the hard line out. Here, do that again.
Just kind of pulling up and...
Is it out? Yeah. Bro, man. It's supposed to sit like in between, supposed to sit like, yeah, like right there. All right, so we got our bearing splitter on here.
I don't have safety glasses like you. I had the same thought. Let me hold you swing. I don't want to be
Oh.
the cause of any damage.
You sure?
Yep.
All right.
Ooh. There we go. I'm so scared.
I don't know what's about to happen.
Okay, I'm scared. Whoa.
There it goes. Yeah, that's it right there.
Easy. That was easy. Came out just like you did in the video.
That was an entertaining bit, I'm sure. Oh, why did I do that? So we did manage to get out the thing and the other thing. Professional. Mechanic. Okay, so now we're gonna take our special tool, set it right up in there. We're supposed to use an impact and just send it.
I'm scared I'm gonna break my wrist. Easy.
Wow, look at that. This is why you need a big ass impact. Dumb shit like this.
So you can't fit it in any of the places that you need it.
Yeah, we gotta be very careful about debris, because the tolerance is very tight and this is a very small fuel nozzle. Let's clean this with some Harbor Freight brake cleaner. Okay, so now I got everything kind of cleaned up over here, taking out the new internal, kind of take a look. Make sure everything's good, make sure there's no dirt or anything on here. Best you can at least. Obviously try to use like lint-free stuff. I'm just gonna take a little dab of oil, just diddy it a little bit. I think it's supposed to be like that. Do you remember which way it came out?
What are these Hondas about to?
Bro, there's so many loud cars that drive past my house.
I think we're ready.
Now that is on tight. Need to put it back into the vise. Okay, so now in here we also have two little things. These are going to be the new retaining clips, which are going to go inside of the spring and collar here. Just going to kind of have to drop it in there.
This?
Yeah, work with that. All right, let go. Nice. Nice.
That was easy, dude. Snug as a bug on a rug.
So where we are at, we had to end up pulling the intake out to get access to that hard line and pushing it back into place. Managed to get it out without pulling out the intake, but it just made it way easier, so we should have done that from the beginning. I did replace this clamp right here, since these are apparently 1 times use, and I'm already 3 times into that. So yeah, high pressure fuel pump back installed, lines tightened, clamped is on, bolts are cinched down, and the sensor is back to being plugged in. So where we are at now, we got a bunch of lights, I think, because I unplugged the battery. Oh my God, there's so many lights. All right, so we need to go ahead and flash on the new tune first. All right, we're flashing on our new tune. This is just the option, basically the new fuel pumps, so we can hopefully start up the vehicle with no problem.